All right, for this recipe, we got some simple fried cabbage. You go ahead and take me about 5 strips of bacon, cut those in half. You cut your bacon to your liking. Me personally, I like mine cut in half so it's easier for me to mix. Make sure I don't end up burning my bacon. When you get your head of cabbage, me personally, I take that first level of leaf off. That's the one that's been sitting open in the store through all the transportation, so I go ahead and I remove that. I personally enjoy playing with my butcher knife. This was a simple cut for me. Probably hit it harder than I had to, but go ahead, chop your cabbage up, cut it to bite sizes. As you see right there, the core, I'm going to cut around the core. The core of the cabbage is not a part that I want to cook. It's not going to taste good, as well as it's going to be a pain in the butt to get to soften up while it's in the pan. Make sure you take a cabbage, throw it in a bowl. Now that everything's chopped up, you're gonna go ahead and wash your cabbage off. Make sure you rinse it. So while that's soaking in the water, I'll check on my bacon. Make sure that I'm cooking it long enough, rendering enough fat off of the bacon, because the cabbage is gonna be cooked in that bacon grease. So the bacon, I will cook a little longer than I would normally cook my normal bacon, but that's because I want to get as much fat off of it as possible. And when I get ready to add the cabbage, it's going to soften the bacon back up a little. All right, cabbage holds water, so you want to be careful as you're throwing this in the pan. I do not advise that you just dip your bowl in there. I told you to rinse it off. You can throw a lot of water in that pan, and you're going to cause yourself to either get burnt, or you can possibly cause a fire. Don't do that. So take your time. I've mixed in about half of the cabbage. Go ahead and mix my bacon around so that my bacon's not stuck at the bottom of the pan, as well as that bacon grease is being mixed in and starting to take some of that cabbage. After I get that mixed up, I go ahead and add the rest of my cabbage. For this recipe, for the pan size I had, I used the whole head of cabbage. I like my green vegetables, so yeah, that's easy to knock out the box for me. All right, now you're going to take your heat from like a medium low and take that to about a low. And what you're going to do is you're going to cover your cabbage for about 5 minutes, and you're going to let everything just kind of simmer and steam up. And then at this point, now that everything is softened up some, I go ahead and I grab my seasoning. For my recipe, I use black pepper, I also use some of my spicy Slap Your Mama seasoning because I do like my spice. But at the same time, I have an all-purpose garlic and herb seasoning that I use for my vegetables. After that's mixed up, I go ahead and sit it back on the stove, on the top, with the top on it on the stove. I let that cook for about 20 minutes. In the process of cooking, I do take the time to go over and mix everything up. You'll start to see your leaves and everything turning brown. For me, this recipe was real simple. I threw this with my smothered pork chops that I made. And now that it's time for me to sit back and eat, go ahead and check this recipe out, but don't bother me.